The moment we've all been waiting for. Our prayers have been answered. Well, maybe we want to see a little bit more than a pump to 74 cents, but nonetheless, we've been waiting for this one, folks, and you just love to see it. XRP finally taking off, and it went all the way up to actually 78 cents on Coinbase. XRP doing what it does best. When it starts to pump, not only is it melting faces, but it's actually crashing exchanges as well. And we almost did. Not quite. We did actually get some issues. I was seeing reports in my Discord community of some of the exchanges not working. So very typical of an XRP pump, but I got a full update for you guys because it's very interesting. We saw bank stocks going down, BTFP program coming to an end, liquidity crisis credit event already unfolding, while we have Bitcoin going up to a new all-time high past 72,000, gold really pushing towards 2,200, and XRP past 74 cents. Love to see it. I did want to let everybody know our most recent installment in our business development program was investing in marketing. And at the time when I recorded it, I shared a true case study of an investment that I had made, a paid ad campaign, and I was able to 20x my money, my investment with that paid advertising campaign. And at the time, we'd recorded a 20x return. Well, now that's actually grown past 40x. I had one sale that was pending that has now officially been closed. And so it's not as sexy as meme coin trading, but a 40x is still a 40x. And, to many people, I just want to encourage them to consider being in that mindset, whether you work a job, whether you have started a side hustle, or you already have a business. I'm just trying to bring that additional value and share real case studies, real examples from my business as well. And so that's what I did in our most recent installment. And to get access to that right now, all you have to do is sign up for our Patreon to get access to Discord. And when you do, right now, I'm including all of our business development program seminars in that Discord membership, along with our tactical wealth lessons as well. And we have some upcoming sessions on the XRP Ledger DEX, the AMM, and moving our cryptos around using the decentralized exchanges. It's going to be very important. As I mentioned, XRP starts to go and it starts busting these exchanges. Without further ado, and everything's at my website, zachrector.com. Let's get right on into it, folks. So we saw XRP make its move, and it's back down right now to 69.5 cents. I'm recording this session. It's 8:30 on the West Coast PM. So this is a Monday night recording. I'm going to drop this one at 5 a.m. on the West Coast. That's going to be 8 a.m. Eastern. So you'll be watching this one before we get out the CPI lie, which is what we're waiting for. And I'd warned about this, right? A bull trap rally before bank collapse and before the CPI lie gets released. So right now, within the last few, basically the last hour or so, we're starting to see Bitcoin and XRP roll over. I have no idea where we'll be at come the morning time. Maybe everybody's going to be, making fun of me because I titled this video XRP Takes Off, and by tomorrow morning, who knows, we could already be correcting. But what we've seen in the past CPI lie reports is we get this rally leading up until the data gets released, and then the market gets a time to digest it and realize, oh crap, we're still screwed, and then the market rolls back over. But we'll continue to watch that one. In the meantime, I did look at this, folks. This is the regional bank stocks. This is stockanalysis.com. And I just was going through this. And if you look, there's a lot of red across the board on the regional bank stocks. And, we're only less than 24 hours into the BTFP program ending. But nonetheless, folks, you can see right down here, though, we have some of these bank stocks, regional banks, of course, down 3%, 5%. We have the New York Community Bank was down over 5%. And then when we move on over to Japan, we also see that their bank stocks are down now about 7% in less than 24 hours. Continuing on with that theme, we see that Moody's is now trying to downgrade outlook for key European banks, including Deutsche Bank, UBS, HSBC, and BCS. Weak economies erode profits, riding losses, and funding costs threaten collapse. I tell you what, HSBC needs to get a little bit more cozy with Medico and extension. That would be Ripple, right? We already know that HSBC tokenizing their gold offering for institutional clients using Medico's products and custodian. And we also know that they've maintained that partnership after Ripple acquired Medico. And so I've been making the same case, right? For all these banks, you better pull up to the table with Ripple and you better get a deal done. Now, we also saw that we had a T-bill auction yesterday that was incredibly weak. Dealers had to take about half of it. And so, just a lack of buyers showing up for these T-bills at these auctions. They've been very bad. And this was the worst one since late May 2023, when the debt ceiling deadline debacle was unfolding. And sure enough, here we have another, potential government shutdown looming on March 22nd. We covered on yesterday's show how we have over 50 billion, I believe, in BTFP loans that need to be paid back by March 22nd, and then some 70, 80 billion that needs to be paid back by the beginning of April. So folks, it's happening, right? This credit event, liquidity crisis is unfolding. And that's the same reason why I came on yesterday and I said, hey, watch out. Love the green candles. Let's have a good time. Enjoy the pump. Respect the pump. But take a look around you. It's not very good out here. 10-year, 5-year spread has now uninverted. The recession has begun. Another one of these bonds ratios that's sending a signal right here, right? And we've seen the 10-year versus the 3-month and the 10-year versus the 2 have been, showing the signs that we have a recession looming. And this is the yield curve inversion that's been deeper than we saw during the great financial crisis and during the dot-com bubble, and longer. Folks are still just completely blind to all this. They don't want to look at this. They just want to talk about the green candles being printed on the charts. And although it's fantastic, and although it's an interesting dynamic to see the bank stocks falling, the banks getting downgraded, meanwhile, Ripple's as strong as could ever, they could ever be. And when XRP starts to go up, not only does your bag start to grow significantly, many of you guys like myself with a considerable bag of XRP, right, going up 5-10 cents moves the needle for your bag, and that's kind of fun to play with the calculator a little bit. But think about what this does for Ripple, and think about what this could do for other institutions that have added XRP to their balance sheet. That's how you really solve this problem. Now, funny enough, another coincidence, 10.3 billion in USDT minted year to date. Just so happens to coincide with 10.3 billion in ETF inflows year to date. What an absolutely incredible coincidence. And, it's interesting because I highlighted over the weekend how we had about 2 billion more Tether printed. And sure enough, I put out the charts, or I retweeted the whale alert. I said, guys, watch for this pump incoming. Sure enough, that's what we've gotten over the past 24 hours, right? And if you look over the last year, another 10 billion USDT minted. And USDT has really been taking Circle's lunch as far as the market share of these stable coins, but I don't think that that's going to last forever. And so, once again, this rally's been spectacular. This rally is, really blown me away. I didn't think that we would go this far. Pleasantly surprised. And the rotation that you're seeing from Bitcoin into the altcoins has been fantastic, right? XRP going up over 25% in less than 24 hours. That's what this thing does, right? And I've been saying, as long as Bitcoin can stay stabilized, the alts will play catch up and the alts will have fun. What I worry about, though, is the broader macroeconomic situation. And we'll continue to see what happens here. We'll be getting the CPI lie coming out in the morning, and we're going to see how the markets react from there. Now, this is how the adults in the room respond to a pump taking place. And this would be the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, commenting that the BTC ETF volumes have been soaring. We're due for a halving, and the broader crypto market is following Bitcoin's lead, as has historically been the case. As someone who has experienced multiple cycles of crypto is back, right? Quote unquote, crypto is back. It's imperative this bullishness go hand in hand with real world utility. That's the real and inevitable march of progress. So although it's nice to see XRP go up, right? I'm not going to deny that. It's fantastic. I love it. We understand where we're at, right? We still have Tether manipulation. We still have all these exchanges printing their own stable coins. All this manipulation. And then obviously we had the manipulation going all the way to the banks having a full backstop. If you're systemically important, if you're a small regional bank, then Janet Notel and Yellen's going to let your bank get sacrificed. But, we've had a full backstop of the whole system. Funny money Tether, funny money stable coins being printed by exchanges, right? And we did get the fundamental the new aspect that we have to play with is the Bitcoin ETFs have opened up a lot of liquidity, and sure enough, a lot of that has came in. And so that's fundamental. That's very solid. the tether being printed, right? The BTFP program, right? The other liquidity backstops. That's the stuff that, is kept things alive, kept things propped up, but that doesn't last forever. And, sure enough, the BTFP program ended yesterday. We'll see how much longer the tether manipulation can last, but nonetheless, we're seeing Brad Garlinghouse step up and do what he does best as far as leading the crypto space with presenting our asset class to the rest of the world in a respectable way with class. And talking about how real world utility is what's going to be driving this thing over the next 5 to 10 years. The Mickey Mouse meme coin pumps, enjoy it while it lasts. And interesting, Brad Garlinghouse did like this tweet earlier today from the Kraken exchange that said, "Buckle up, this year could get interesting." And this was after Brad Garlinghouse earlier in January, if you recall, he put out the tweet saying 2024 is going to be a big year. So everything is looking fantastic over here in, the adults in the room who are continuing to build, continuing to get real adoption, and you're starting to see XRP start to take it, right? When SHIB goes up into a top 10 coin and Dogecoin goes up into a top 10 coin and they go up 300% in a week, the folks start looking, okay, where can I put this to, maintain my profit? Where can I put this for a store of value? And they're of course looking at Bitcoin. They're of course looking at other stable coins, but then they're also looking, oh wow, this XRP thing's only at 60 cents and it has the potential to, maybe go to $5-6. This is the next move after you ride up the Dogecoin wave, after you ride up the Bonk coin wave or whatever the coin is going to be. And so I once again think that XRP is perfectly positioned for this coming bull run. And as you've seen here, this thing's still ready to melt faces, still ready to rip. And the only thing that I really worry about is us breaking exchanges and crashing exchanges when you guys go to sell and take your profits. So please get ready for that. And one thing that you can do is start to familiarize yourself with the DEX. If you want to use the AMM, you're going to need to do that as well. And just the ability to utilize these different decentralized exchanges along with centralized exchanges, having different options, having multiple bank accounts, having utility with no counterparty risk is what I talk about, right? XRP that we control, silver that we control, cash out of the bank, right? Utility with no counterparty risk. And so stay safe out here, folks. We are watching an incredible moment in time. This month of March is going to be truly spectacular. The fireworks are already going off, and the XRP FOMO is starting to kick in. So remember to stay focused on fundamentals. The real world utility is what takes us to 5, 10 trillion and beyond. And I believe that XRP is going to get a little piece of that along with a few other cryptos. So with that being said, guys, let's continue to watch this thing. I'll be dropping more content later today. We'll be getting out the CPI lie. And so we'll be dropping a full analysis on that situation, along with how the markets are reacting as well. If you guys appreciate what we do, you know what to do, and you know to share it out far and wide. Greatly appreciate all of you guys. Everything's over there. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.